So at 10:55, let's have the official start of our chapter business session. Everybody get a chance to look at the minutes from last time?
Yeah.
Any changes or anything?
I move
First,
that
I
we
would-
approve the minutes
I'll second.
from 7:27.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
Any discussion?
No discussion, no changes, no? Okay.
How about a vote?
Can we take a vote on accepting the minutes?
Thumbs up.
We already did that. So,
No.
Motion.
We
They made
motioned.
the
motion to
Seconded.
approve the minutes.
Right.
I seconded.
There's no
Discussion
vote.
is after that, and then if not, now we vote.
You have to call the vote. You have to say,
How about-
do you want it? Say yes.
All in favor?
All in
All in
favor.
favor of accepting the minutes as
Thank
stated?
you.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Okay. Any
There we go.
abstentions?
Ta-da.
All right, treasurer.
Who's parliamentarian?
Treasurer, this is your floor.
My floor. Good. I turned in my report early this morning.
Nice.
Drew sent me his, you're lucky I was up playing with my computer.
Oh, gee.
So anyway,
I'd
the treasurer's report is there, and we started with 104. We had 12. If anybody remembers the pennies that were with the $12, I don't. They fell out, and I couldn't.
But it's
So I
from
put
Pride.
50 cents.
From Pride Day.
From Pride Day,
Yeah.
right? So if anybody, otherwise, I'm assuming 50 cents because that's what I put in. Because I couldn't remember and I didn't have the pennies. Okay, so GoFundMe was established by Brett and by Mike. I don't know. I assume the two of you were involved in that.
No, I just did it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just kind
okay.
of hung up. He asked me a couple of questions and just hold
And then I
on.
just did it.
So I see this thing coming over the Facebook, and I have to set it all up. So I got all the banking stuff set up, and it did get in. $10 that he put into it went in. And it comes down to $9.41 out of every $10, by the way. So we can extrapolate that to how much we're taking out. But because that came across, we hadn't yet filed the papers for the state's attorney's office. So Attorney General. I got online, filled out the paperwork to register us as a as a fundraising organization. That we're under charitable because we're not profit. So I got that done. Drew and I signed it, and it's filed. It cost us $15. That's the Attorney General filing fee. That has come through, so they've received it, and they have not contacted me that there's any issues with how we filled it out and sent it in. So
Feel free to fundraise.
there. So the $81, which you approved to be able to be reimbursed, I use that to file for IFMC, so we're filed for IFMC now with the state. And
Routine money.
we're left with $30.41 in the account. You have the other two things that I sent you. I go online when I'm doing my report and I pull up what the current status is. You'll notice it says $111.41. For some reason, even though the $81 did come through, it's not reflected in this part of their report. So it will be reflected in the statement at the end of the month. So that would give, if you take 81 out of that, you got $30.41. And then I also included a copy of the July statement. So, as far as I am concerned, other than this thing we put on the table about getting insurance, we are not insured, but we need to raise funds before we can do that, because that would cost us money. So all our paperwork is done as far as the corporation papers, registering with the state. having a tax ID and all that stuff. We're good.
And the fundraising.
And the fundraising, so you can spread that all over Facebook.
I move we give a round of applause to Larry.
Yes.
All of them.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept his report?
Don't have to accept it.
Oh, because we
Yes,
already, no, we're not,
We're not paying anything, so.
yeah, so we don't need to.
Well, you accept the report.
Okay, fine, we accept the report.
Uh,
Nice.
No approvals, okay. Vice Chair,
Those that don't know,
Share advice.
I got one 7-inch tablet.
That's just bragging.
Gonna play with it, see how this works out before trying to get more, because like I said, I didn't want to get 5 or 10 of them or whatever off the bat and find out it's a piece of shit and doesn't work or doesn't do this or whatever, so just figure we'll start with the one, go from there. I'd probably give it a taller, let him see if he can't jailbreak it sometime, because I won't be able to do it this weekend, so.
I won't be able to do it this weekend either.
So, I just figure you'll be able to get to it sooner than I will anyway. So I'll hand it over to you, you can do what you gotta do with
all the
it.
bookmarks and everything.
There it is.
Your fingerprints will be all over it. We'll never do
Well, we
that.
can
What do you
use
think?
these for,
He files them off every day.
You can use it for whatever you want.
You don't have to keep burning
It
them.
doesn't have to be just specific for one thing, that's why that's where it all evolved from, was the pride thing, where like I was using my phone and people were sitting there staring at it, So, I mean, you can use it for whatever you want.
so we'll give it to Michael to play with and load the bookmarks.
Below everything else, put the stuff that works and call it a day.
Drop it to kiosk modes if they can't get into anything else and just keep the web browser up and rocking and rolling. I think that's a good option there.
Yeah, well, and then, like I said, if you want to jailbreak it and wipe whatever you have.
What he said.
Because, I mean, I know, with the web browser and stuff, it's not gonna take a lot, but I have not been able to install anything except for the Amazon browser. So, that was one of the problems, and I go, you know what, I'm done, I'm gonna let somebody else
Yeah,
do it.
that's it.
I was gonna ask it, like, with the internet connection, you can link your phone to other devices, you can link a laptop to other devices. Can we create so if we've got a phone or a laptop, we could create
As long as your phone has a
a
hotspot on it,
wireless,
then yeah.
a wireless connection to that.
Yeah, that has Wi-Fi, I believe Bluetooth
So
also.
we could use the data that's on that with another device.
There's no
The other
data.
device could
There's no
tap
data.
into the, after, or the apps that are on it.
No, this has got its own account.
Okay.
This has got its own Amazon IBIP account right now. There's nothing in it, because,
But
well,
there will be at some time, right?
no, not that I know of, I mean, unless there's something that
Okay.
comes up that,
All right.
put in it, but I was just, like I said, just gonna use it as a web browser to register people to vote or whatever outside of the thing.
Yeah, so it won't save any data.
I mean, it can.
But we could set up
We could if we wanted.
We can set up a link on
a
there,
Google document.
We're certainly not gonna save
Yeah.
registration information.
so that
I know exactly what browser we're going to use.
if you have your
Tor?
laptop sitting on the top table.
Firefox Focus?
You can just open the link to that and then.
Because it doesn't retain any cache, it doesn't retain anything else like that. So once they're done filling it out, they close the page,
It's gone.
everything's gone.
Right,
Anything else?
and you gotta be able to tell them that.
The Twitter's done.
The what?
The hours and hours and hours of trying to find all of our state representatives' Twitter handles. Now, there are some on there that are only, some of them I mixed up on and got like campaign and their official one, and so. But all of our elected officials statewide, and including governor, lieutenant governor, all that offices up there, all representatives, all senators are following on Twitter. So if you care to know who any of them are, you go to our Twitter page and look them up.
Okay, and we're at what?
I do not remember the exact address right now. It was at, give me a second, I'll find it again. Something I should have wrote down, which I don't anyway, but.
And we're at Camp Crystal Lake.
I'll figure it out, I'll send it out there.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's out there,
Yeah,
ready to
yeah.
go.
Started,
I'm gonna put the GoFundMe and all that stuff up on there too. Get that rolling.
I welcome you to glom on to stuff that we're doing with the, bus things, because elections matter. So if you see me posting stuff about the bus stuff, feel free to plug the IBIP Twitter and things
Okay.
like that.
That works.
Okay.
Anything else?
I wish we would do a countywide of what.
Yeah, that was it for me.
Because that would be way more powerful.
Citizens Secretary? State of the Townships.
I said that we should really start more of a county-wide because this is all the townships that are being affected and I don't think people really get that.
Okay.
Well, it's weird about that because, and I would argue a few years back in that Paula, there's she's a municipal. People who are municipals, they're ready to scourge the townships because they don't realize what the township's services per se are because they think that they're little
I
municipalities.
personally would like to see it the other way around. Get rid of all the little municipalities, all the cliques and all the little municipalities
Right, but-
and incorporate it into a township.
But
is what I would
that's-
rather see.
That makes more sense.
It does make more
Saves
sense.
a lot
Well,
more.
right, but that's, you know, when you talk to people a lot of times, that's where you can tell a big difference. And a lot of this, oh, we should get rid of them, is from the east side of the county where there are more municipalities.
Right.
And out on the west side where sometimes you're lucky if you got one municipality in a township and all that. So, you know, it's a totally different ball of wax, but it's those people who also have the greater number of votes, so.
Right.
And then,
I purposely,
With
my
the-
house is an unincorporated area.
yeah, with you know, I got a lot of these municipals, they just don't understand. They don't understand that the thinking's different, so.
No, they're a
No,
bunch of
all
catty
it's the-
people that
it's that
just want to
township
tell
are the
everybody
ones-
how to live their life to the fullest and best. That's all they are to me. That's why I go unincorporated.
Well,
The
they're
reason
just-
why the municipalities hate the townships, and I'll tell you that
I lived
from
down
our
with
point
associations.
at the Village of Hebron, is they control our tax fuel money.
Yes, and I just-
And it trickles down to us, and we don't get, it took us what, almost 4 years to get 20 grand together to be able to do a little tiny patch job. That's where municipalities
By
townships.
Oh, well.
They want more control of the.
They want more
tax
money, yeah.
That's
Let's
what
get this back on
everybody
track.
wants.
Okay, so
Power.
Kathy, anything from Secretary Seat?
40.
No.
Okay.
I approve that report.
Treasurers or any other regular board members have anything?
So I spent a lot of time attempting to read that report
Me too.
on the voter database hack. What can I say other than anything that was of importance
Is blacked
is
out.
redacted?
Yes.
So all you have is that something happened. The Russians were able to get into Illinois' voter database. They were able to go in there and exfiltrate data. They could have changed data, but they did not. So they went in there and they touched it and let us know that they touched it. Let us know that they could do more, but they didn't. So there was a little bit of a taunt there. Other than that, how, why, what, anything
Hold
else
on.
has been fixed?
I gotta ask,
It's all blacked out,
Yeah.
which tells me that either A, it's not fixed,
Or it was so easy they want everybody else.
Or
to-
B.
or
it's not
B,
fixed.
it was the state's fault for something stupid like leaving a default password.
Yeah.
all right, can I,
Or all of the above.
I heard that the hack was probably the simplest type of hacks because it went into the search box and they gained access through the search portion.
Okay, so.
And I don't,
it's-
not being a tech person, whoever was telling me this said this is the most basic type of hack, and they are absolutely responsible for not having any sort of firewall in the search part of that.
Firewall's the wrong term when it
Well,
comes to what this
whatever,
was. How this works is that, databases, you can create and run scripts inside databases, right?
Right.
So what you have in order to do that are called escape characters. And then you escape from the entry, you run the script, and then you get another escape character, and you can continue with an entry. You're supposed to, for security purposes, scrub escapes characters from public-facing things so that you can't send code to the database behind it. They didn't.
They did. Okay. Now, here, I also heard that while they didn't change anything, they were able to access it and download it.
Yeah.
That's exfiltrate.
Pardon me?
I said that's exfiltrate.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Exfil.
Yeah. So, and my simple thought on the whole thing is, if they did download it, which is probably what they did,
Yeah.
they now know what the structure and character of the voters are in every single precinct in the state of Illinois, and coming up in the new elections, they can simply delete the ones that are most important to sway the elections. So that's what I expect to happen coming up.
It's possible.
If Illinois hasn't done anything to correct the attack vector that was exploited, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming these guys are smart, as smart as we are.
I don't know.
And they
Been
may
shown
be
that
able to get
9-year-old
in a
kids
different
can
way.
hack these things, so.
So, yeah.
So
I don't trust, I have this distrust of the fact that we're safe. Okay, I don't think
I don't
any of
think
these
we're
guys
safe.
know how to make us safe in the state of Illinois.
What about the country?
Some of you go out to Vegas next year for that hacking convention they just had.
You paying?
Yeah,
You paying?
are you paying for the DEF CON ticket? Because that's an expensive ticket.
Yeah, $1,200?
Yeah, $1,200.
Wow.
Oh, no, $1,200 ticket, man. All day long.
Wow.
And that place sells out within the first month of the tickets.
Oh, I
going
know
for sale.
how.
No, because we're dealing with hackers, it actually sells out before they put them on sale. Anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the
Good
hackers
one.
get their choice
It's kind of
first.
funny
yeah.
to have that kind of convention and meeting in Las Vegas.
Well, that's what security
Right?
experts are, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what most security experts are.
Well,
In
that-
any
well, that's
corporation,
true.
that's where they got their start, was when they were in
Yeah,
their
that's true.
parents' basement trying to get into some code from HTML.
Kevin Mitnick. That is the biggest name in hacking that there ever was. He was the first one brought up on charges for breaking into computers when he was like 12.
Yep.
He's now the most well-known name in
Cybersecurity.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's my report. I promised it last meeting. There's my report.
Okay.
It is just baffling that they could redact some of this.
I tried reading this also. I literally had to go back almost every page to reread it because I'm like,
Because there's
what
so
am I-
much missing, you don't,
Yeah.
you have to go back to try and figure out what.
I got about
yeah, I know what
halfway
you
done
mean.
with the report before I gave up. I'm like, this is going nowhere. I'm like, this is nothing. I'm like,
I read the whole report.
I'm sorry.
Okay, anything else for any executive board?
So you guys don't want to do anything with the shirts now?
We gotta get money, so
Yeah.
let's,
Well, you can do it online, store. You've actually set up with Wix, right?
yeah, I could do
Isn't
that,
that-
yeah. I could put
Let's
it
discuss
that way.
that at C or.
You could do an online store and
We'll just
On
do
the
this
hack.
here.
then you're not putting money up front. That's,
Oh, I
It
get what
was
you're
brought
saying.
up last
Okay,
meeting.
I get what you're saying.
but there is no money, and I was never expecting money up front.
Yes, the Intel report.
So you, what, you're probably just gonna run a few shirts off and then just?
Yeah, I was just gonna run it, and whenever they sell,
Couldn't
then
remember
then
what
I don't
they were
expect
doing
money
with
up
the phone
front.
to call you guys, so.
That, Would be silly of me.
Then
Well,
you
that's
put it
fine,
on
then I
the
can add that, yeah, I can add that to the webpage.
That would be silly of me because I know there's no money there.
If you put on the page, allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery, like somebody did that.
Well,
You
right.
don't need to order it for another 4 weeks. You know,
Right.
wait until you get enough.
No, I used to, like I said, when I was doing it for the parades, I was putting in like a
Get the money
More than
first
that.
and then put the shirts out. Yeah, I know.
yeah, as soon as I got the money, if we had enough to get a minimum order, I got it in right away. And I would actually use some of the profits to buy some extra ones, so we had them on hand that we were selling at the parades.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a problem making them, I don't expect money right away. I don't have a problem making them, and for an event, so many sizes, and you sit there and you sell them, that's fine. I mean, I don't expect it. I mean, most people want their money before they put the order through.
All right.
I'm not like that.
No, I mean, the way we were working, like I said, I get the money up front and then go put the order.
Well, right.
You know, so.
Well, it's a better way, it's a safer way for you, for everybody to do it
Right.
that way. Especially for the person who's gonna have to pay for the shirts in one way or another, whether they sell or not.
What was the other fundraising? You're gonna take care of the GoFundMe?
Yeah, I'm
Get
gonna
us
put
some-
blast that on and stuff. And then I'm gonna add, like,
Well, you could actually put it on the GoFundMe too.
I was gonna say, yeah, if they give you a certain amount.
X amount of money, then you'll get a
If you
shirt.
give
You
us
get a free shirt.
$30, we'll give you a
Whatever.
free shirt,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, okay, I can do that too.
But
Yeah,
then
that'd be the.
somehow you're gonna have to
4 to 6 weeks
record
from
their
now.
information
Yeah,
to
just,
get them the shirt.
because a lot of them have suggested donation, and then they.
Well,
or
So
give
is that what
away.
I- is that what I should say for, is
GoFundMe has a way
$30?
that you can kind of set
Does
it
that sound about right?
sort.
$30 then?
You're talking
Yeah.
about like having options.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to be able to record the person's contact information if they're gonna get a T-shirt out of the deal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I gotta figure out how I gotta do that through GoFundMe though.
Right.
Because I know that you see the names, regardless if they put up anonymous or not, but I don't think you get any other kind of information other than the dollar amount.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
so-
give them a receipt for a GoFundMe, a printable receipt.
Well, they get the receipt right off the bat.
Yeah, so can't you, isn't there a place for a note, say if you?
No, there's only comments.
What if you, could you
Well,
put a link in there to go?
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna have somebody put their address up in the comment
No,
section.
but when they get their receipt, then
well, I
there'll
don't
be
know,
a comment.
whatever
saying-
they have.
Well,
see
the
if we
comments
can
are
do
all, the
that.
comments are all public.
Yeah, you
So
don't want
whatever they
that.
put in, it's public, so,
Yeah, you don't
yeah,
want
I'm not
that.
gonna be
Yeah,
putting
you don't
them.
want that.
But I mean, I know there's a way that you as the fundraiser can contact the people that sent you money. I just don't know how that, if that goes through email or if it goes through the GoFundMe page, you know what I mean? I don't know
Yeah.
which way that end of it goes yet, so.
Yeah. But, yeah, if you're gonna do the T-shirt though on the GoFundMe, there's gotta be some way to get them the T-shirt.
Well, then at that point, then I'm gonna also need a picture of what we're putting on the shirt.
So that's,
Yeah.
Which I do believe we still have not figured out.
right, yeah, that's the other thing that has to be decided.
So I mean, I can put it up there, change it on the GoFundMe thing, you know, donate
I was trying to come up
$30,
with
get a
something
free
really
shirt.
clever that would, you know, on a
And
shirt
then,
that
you
would
know,
go,
just
oh,
put on
that's
there
pretty
like
cool.
design to be
Talking about
determined or
voting.
something.
Trying to make it
Something cool.
exciting.
Yeah.
That's why I had the vote on. I thought, well, that's kind of cool, but you know, it's a little 60, 70-ish. Well, not for me, it's not.
Anything else on the fundraising end of it? Any other ideas, suggestions, tips, tricks, hacks?
Hats?
So let me understand, so for every $10 collected on GoFundMe, we clear $9.41?
Roughly, because
Credit card processing.
there's 30 cents per transaction fee, and then it's a 2.9 or something percent fee. So if somebody donates $100, it's gonna be 2.9% plus 30 cents. Somebody donates $1, it's gonna be 2.9% plus 30 cents. So technically, the lower the amount of money you're donating, the less we get back.
Yeah, so it's not as much out of the 100 as it
Right.
is out of
I mean, it's a good kind of
percent-wise.
It's not.
generalization of where you're gonna be at, yes.
Right, it's not excessive,
No,
you know, where I wouldn't necessarily, sometimes I don't go through those things because I don't want, you know, I want the money to go
go
to the
straight to them,
organization.
yeah.
But for that amount of money,
It's not bad.
it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, because
Hey.
the convenience in that.
that's
so.
free money, because it's not
Yeah,
costing you
that's a
anything
good-
out to put it out.
And
To get money.
what's nice about GoFundMe is that people can go ahead and say, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up as a recurring, every month.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna send you guys
Right.
$5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
And the reoccurring is even freer.
but it's not, you know, it's not excessive fees, it makes it worthwhile.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have to mail something in, it's 55 cents.
Right.
so-
Right.
Hey, I like that 55 cents, that pays my retirement.
Well, you could be screwed soon. Okay,
Jeez.
back to public education. Today's presentation, I'm turning over to the committee to jazz it up. I'm still working on the voter suppression one. Sort of got sidetracked on voter registration events happening, coming up. That's it that I have for public education. What about you guys? Besides what I think, were you guys putting something together? And,
No, we have
Robert?
not conversed, no, but we need to.
Okay,
So, but I will,
we deal with
I
Bob.
will work on the PowerPoint, if you send that to me, and we'll get that ready.
And then as soon as I
and,
get the other one,
Would you like us to contact some groups and offer a presentation? Since we will have the PowerPoint, there are like little, you know, neighborhood clubs, different groups that
that's the whole
might, are
intention of
looking
getting
for a
these
program.
PowerPoints together and out into your hands. I don't want to be the one, I'll do them, but I'd rather, you know, if you guys have a favorite group that you can get into, that you already belong to, and you want to make this kind of presentation,
Mhm.
it's up. This is
Yeah.
what it's there for.
Well, we'll have it there, and if they decide that they want a superstar to show up with their group, then we'll have to call you. There'll be an extra fee for that one. So. All right, so we'll get that ready and start making up, anybody that knows of groups in their neighborhood, like Sun City has several civics groups and different groups that meet, different clubs and that. And there are senior citizen clubs that meet at the Meals for Wheels place.
And we got down, the whole reason I put together the voter suppression thing is because Ann Gifford from Now asked me to do their November meeting and put out a presentation for voter suppression. So.
We don't have to worry about that.
So we should start collecting a list of places to contact, and I'll start trying to contact.
I'm working with the league too, so, and again, with the league, so,
And going with the league, yeah.
the League of Women Voters, so she's in both groups, so maybe we'll be getting asked to go to the league.
I'm in the process of joining the league right now anyway.
Okay. And Woodstock Pride. Okay, so that sort of jumps into our next, the membership committee. And our task last month to ask them to come up with some sort of policy on dealing with other non-partisan groups and which ones we can and cannot associate with. McHenry-County, Our Revolution sent me a thing requesting if we would like to help sponsor their October Bernie Fest. What are they calling it exactly?
It's the Bernie Barbecue.
Bernie
Or Bernie Toberfest. Yeah.
So basically, I got into this little thing back and forth with Carrie and Messenger saying, I don't think we can because we're nonpartisan and Our Revolution is a Bernie group.
No, it isn't.
Our revolution is a
We are nonpartisan as well.
partisan group.
Right, but it's technically backed by Bernie.
No, it
Well,
isn't.
it's not. That's why
It's
you
an
stepped away from the
individual
whole
group.
thing. That's, yeah. It is
You've
a
got,
separate
you've got the
group.
chair of that group sitting right here.
All right.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's an individual group. It isn't.
But I don't know about if we can be at a Bernie and being nonpartisan.
It's a table at an event, just like Pride.
Yeah.
The League of Women Voters appears at different events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
So pick a
nonpartisan.
Republican event to do, we'll do
Right,
that too.
well,
Yeah,
hey,
we'll make it
we
even.
could be there, we just can't endorse the
Right,
endorse a
exactly.
candidate.
But will our presence there be
Considered an endorsement? Of
No.
course it is by somebody.
If
know
you
it damn well will be.
exhibit, you're a participant in their show. if your name is on the hosted by, then you're a host. You're not gonna be a host, you're gonna be a participant.
They said sponsor.
No, it's,
Well,
No,
we're
it's
limited,
actually
we're limited
renting
in
a
that
booth. It's
regard.
renting a booth.
Just
It's
refer
renting
to
space.
the
Yeah.
treasurer.
You're renting space just like you did at Pride Fest.
Yeah.
We
It's
got
no
30
different.
bucks.
That's what the booth is, $30.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we cannot draw the account down to 0.
Oh, come
We
on.
could pass a hat at each meeting and everybody gets
We
a bucket,
could.
there's
We
$8
could.
right there. So,
Feed entry, $8.
Plus, at some point, we are going to need to get more of these flyers, and guys, take some with you, so you have
Yes,
them.
yes, that's why.
That's why we have them. It's funny how we're all up in the air about
Who has
now.
this?
We have one.
what?
Who has this stuff?
She-
I've
Me?
got some more.
Who has this art? So if you send it to me, my daughter works for printing, she sells printers.
What?
So I will try and have her make some of these on this good paper
Yeah.
that's portable.
Yeah.
I'll
I've
see
got
if she's
that.
able to do it.
I've got it in grayscale and I've got it in color.
Well, I would do it in color.
Yeah.
If I'm
okay.
going, if I'm getting some free one,
Yeah,
I'm going for it.
I can
all.
forward that. So we-
I'm going black and white.
Color and good paper.
do you,
Right.
do you have interest in getting a booth at the barbecue event?
It's.
As long as it's not in violation of our
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
stuff.
But
Well,
what would
it's
it
funny
cost
that-
us?
We're all been out of shape about doing anything like now.
Well,
after
now,
last month.
no, because National Organization for Women has a very
Specific.
specific agenda.
Yes.
Well,
And
I
it
don't know
is
that if
very-
they're having an event the same way and they're offering booths, you can rent a booth, but you
Right.
cannot be a sponsor of
Right.
the
Correct.
event.
Right.
And that's the
Yeah,
way.
we just have to be very cautious in how we
I mean, if somebody's gonna spend it
present
anyway.
ourselves if we do these events. You
So-
know,
There are.
How would a voter registration event go if we're like the key host and we get Woodstock Pride, the League of Women Voters, and now all saying you want to co-host with us?
If we're going to host a voter registration.
If it's a voter
event,
registration,
then we send invitations to everybody to join.
Yeah.
Send invitations to
Yeah.
the MAGA folks. Would you like to?
just because they don't show up, it ain't our
Right,
problem.
would you like to exhibit at our voter registration event, which is going to encourage mass voter registration?
It's just-
Why?
I mean,
oh,
but
yes,
it's
we
like-
would like to be there.
Send
But
an
it's just like-
invitation to the Republicans. You know, they can.
It's just a
Exactly.
matter of, you know damn well, even if you show up to that Bernie thing, no matter what, there's gonna be at least 2 or 3 people out there that are gonna say, these are all Bernie fucking voters. Arr!" You know it's gonna happen. And if you show up at a Republican thing, they're gonna say, a bunch of Trump fucking American people, blah, blah. It
Right.
doesn't matter. There's always gonna be people that are going to affiliate you with what you are there for.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
okay.
But as long as you're not the one sitting there advocating for that end of it, you're fine.
See, and
Did you
that's
say-
where we
You
gotta
want a
make sure we're
relationship with the
staying within our
Republican Party
mission.
here.
Yes,
It
I,
can't be
that
approved.
doesn't.
That's why I wouldn't want to go to like an
No.
NRA sponsored event.
What I'm
because
saying
A,
is-
first off, I just hate the NRA, but then people are just gonna be like, you're
We
part of
don't
the
want them
NRA.
registered anyway.
Well, that's, but that's what I'm just saying, it's just, you're gonna have to pick and choose, obviously,
Right.
but
You know, actually, we could go to an NRA and say, look, if you register to vote, they can track you.
We would.
And they might take themselves up.
So you don't misunderstand my last statement about you can't go through me to get anything from the Republican Party here. It's not that I won't do it. I got big cojones. I don't mind. I just put my name on something and send it to Diane in a heartbeat, but I can tell you how she's going to react, and it isn't going to be good.
I've already made
So
some,
somebody else would have to be the face.
I've already made some inroads in the McHenry-Township Republican,
Oh,
because they're working with us to fight this bus cancellation.
yeah.
So we can pass it up through them if you want. Through me, through them.
Okay.
Hey, I don't mind poking the bear.
I've already poked the bear. I know what it's gonna do for us. It ain't gonna help us with Diane. Her and I just don't
Hey,
see
you
eye
know
to
what?
eye.
My
wouldn't
goals
wanna
are
see eye to
never
eye
to
with her.
associate with that woman, but poking her,
It's the
anytime I
whole
get.
purpose of
So,
inviting them.
okay,
But we're not doing phrasing.
Phrasing, I was just about to say that, actually.
Okay.
All right, so when,
Any special projects?
okay, hold on, before, let's finish this up. When's the Bernie thing?
It's in October,
Yeah.
I can't remember the date right now off the top of my head.
October 5th,
Yeah.
and when do you need to have all the information by?
Yeah. It's not a Bernie thing, it's our revolution.
Well, whatever, our Revolution Burn Barbecue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a motion that we reserve a tent.
Well, hold on a minute. When does the information have to be in?
And I would say by the middle of the month.
Okay.
So we have to take
It
action
would have
now.
to be action.
So how much would it be?
$30.
30 bucks.
30 bucks.
Okay, how many people are?
And it was
I'll give
October
you
what date?
$5.
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
Well, hold on. Well, I mean, I'll put
I
money
got
too,
five.
like cash, but, wait, I already did put in money. That was my GoFundMe money. and that's-
Look at me, Tim's the change. I think I've got some cash.
What do you got? All
I
right.
could take mine.
What was the
Here, we'll
date?
figure this out. I'll get you change.
There, my 20 grand.
Yeah. Here you go. There's 5. You want to put 5 in or 10?
No, 10.
10. You're putting 10. You're putting 10. Oh, fine. There we go.
Two of us.
Okay, I'm
I'm
out.
very
I won't be able to make it that day anyway, so
Give me 10.
I'm out that day.
We're good to go with this?
Then you're.
We're okay with this?
I think so, I mean, we're.
Anybody else?
Oh,
As
I
long
have
as we
it for 20.
represent ourselves
I got a
as
10. Want 10
IBIP,
back, or-
or
No
you're
candidates,
as
no
an
nothing.
individual,
What do you wanna
or
get?
separate.
We can't help with this the other side.
I mean, that's all I'm concerned about is
I'm gonna be
perception.
helping with.
So I have
So I
45.
have my.
Okay.
I'll throw in 5.
Yeah.
Are you amending your treasury report? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no. This goes out to next month.
This is new business.
I know, I'm,
Okay, we got enough to cover that, Larry?
Okay, now we have
I
money.
just need another
You
single.
gotta remember not to show.
Yeah.
So now I make a
No,
motion.
I got it. That's for me, so I gave 10 now.
Oh.
So we got 30, what do we got here? 50 bucks.
Nice.
So we got enough to cover the $30 and
And the rest for,
50. The rest will go into the.
the rest for printing for materials to use it that way.
So,
Whatever.
can I bring up,
whatever.
do we want to register us as a civic group and do the
I'll
$50 and be done
I'll
with
say-
it?
I'll send over the stuff so you guys can.
If we're gonna do that, we
We're
need
gonna
another.
go
Well, I
for
mean-
You got 30
No, we need something to keep money in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
That's for a table, I'll get you set up.
okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, did you just say go through the GoFundMe?
But I
Yeah,
would
we have to
like-
go through, we have.
I think-
All
I-
all money can be turned
No.
down.
Oh, you're going through that, all
I'm
right,
waiting for that.
all right.
I think we're settled there, we got the money, we're gonna do it. But we also, I think we should, as our chapter, register that 50 bucks.
I'm not gonna do the work for them all the time, I mean,
I
they
think we
can't
need
give
to
me
do it
the
ourselves.
paperwork so I can see what, I would bet any amount of money that
Well,
I'm
that's-
registered as a civic group.
That's what I'm saying, that's what I was saying earlier, is why don't we just take
Just
that
do
piece
it.
of paper, fill it out as the state entity, and then hold that special meeting, and, I mean, you got enough people to pass it.
That's
Do you
true.
wanna do that?
It's the second, what, Wednesday of the month?
Make them pay for it, then it's an umbrella, then that way we're done with it.
We need to have a reminder sent out doing this, because
Yeah.
these people haven't had meetings monthly for years, I can just tell.
All right, well, why don't we make a motion that we do that?
Well, that would be the state stuff.
Well, but as it,
Yeah.
I think that
We can't make motions for the state.
I'm on the state
I
board.
think we can.
Well,
Well,
I think we have the
now it's,
majority.
Calling.
we do have the majority.
No, that's, yeah, but,
But that
But
can't be
we have to
done
have a
in
state
our-
meeting in order to make,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to
Right.
close
we're
the
not
meeting and
at,
open
per
the
se, a
meeting.
state meeting.
well, that's what I'm saying, why don't we push it that route
No,
first, and then
direct-
if for some ungodly
Our-
reason.
We can make a motion that we
Oh,
are, we can
one
make
at
a
a time.
motion that we ourselves would like to register as a, you know, as a civic organization, bona fide as they call it. Whether or not it be through the state or not, we make a motion, that's what we want to do, and then it depends on, and then.
Well, that's why I
we-
said, if we do it through the state first, or
Yeah.
attempt to do it through the state first off, that $50 coming out of that pocket,
Yeah,
then everybody that joins up after that's gonna be covered.
All right, I know.
I think we're
I
all
think
in
the group here
agreement.
should do it because I think we're gonna pay for it, and it doesn't seem like they seem to be interested in this part of what we're doing. So in my opinion, I would just do it this way and be done. That's my opinion.
So the argument I'm getting from them
Because I feel like I'm pulling my wisdom teeth out, and
Well,
it's,
we got
we're ready to go, and they're not. Let's go.
30 bucks is going to that.
Okay,
And then that leaves us 50, but that would leave us.
no, what's gonna happen now is that $50, if we're gonna do it that route, that's what that's gonna go for. I'm gonna pay the $30 to the GoFundMe, off my card and just be done. Yeah,
Be that way then.
So that way, we got the
Okay.
$50 there, so in case we need it for that filing,
Okay.
and then that way we don't have to worry about it.
It's not so much that they don't want to do it, they said, we already do this, so why the hell are you?
It sounds like they don't
something?"
understand the thing we're talking to them about.
Right.
No,
It's
yeah.
like, give me the
And
paperwork.
and that just
In
tells
all
me
honesty,
it's not gonna
They,
happen.
I
no,
think
they
that-
don't understand.
I think that when
You know
they
what?
started
There's
this, the
another
rules were
20,
different,
go
they
deposit
changed,
it.
and they're not up on
They might
it.
be-
That's what I do.
You know what?
Let's do
Then let's
the
just- let's
civic
do it.
group filing,
Let's do it this way then.
be done.
Are you following us, Kathy? It's bouncing.
I mean, all I can say,
No,
I mean,
you're
all
right.
I
No,
can
you
say
are-
is, we wanna do
Guys,
this.
You are right, you're right. We should just do it, or be done, do it out with us and just be done with it.
Well, all
right,
right, where are we here? Are we?
Either
Hold on,
that-
hold on, hold on.
No!
Listen, 2 seconds. We, as this group, as she was just trying to say, but this whole conversation got derailed, can direct our members that are the state members to call the meeting, force the state to make the payment, and make it happen at the state level. We have enough power in this room right here to do it.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
earlier
I
this
so
month.
move.
And I was the only one from our group that
Right.
made the call.
Right, but
All
now,
right, but
Second.
if the state members who are part of this group all participate, then it can be a done deal.
I
Right.
don't care.
right, but that's what I'm saying.
That's what I tried to do.
I made a motion
I was
that
the
we
only
do
one
what
that
Mike
made it.
just said.
A point, yes.
You're good. Because
So
I had
basically, we
only
need to have
started to
the
say what I
state,
was
our
trying to
state
say.
Exactly where you were
members need
going.
to create a letter saying, this is what we want happening.
Who's the state treasurer? This-
Larry.
Larry, okay. Because that's gonna be the only guy you're gonna.
I second your motion to do what I said.
Yes.
Whose motion?
It's my motion, it's what he said, and
What
he
was the
seconded it.
motion?
He worded it.
To point.
To
That
To direct the
direct
motion,
the
That
members of the
this
state
chapter
to
directs-
form a special meeting, call a special meeting so that we can get the state
Register
to
as a
file
civic,
as
yeah,
a
bona
civic
fide civic
organization.
organization.
And failing that, we'll do it.
Bad.
Right. all right.
Well,
so
and then
we got a
they're
motion,
paying
we
for
got
it,
a
which they should
second.
pay for it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye.
Opposed?
Diane's not here, but we'll just say aye.
Abstain?
Abstain.
Abstain.
Diane.
Okay, so did we officially take a vote on our revolution? I don't remember.
I don't think we did.
No, we did not yet.
Okay, so do we have a motion to be part of the Our Revolution?
I recuse myself from this vote.
Events.
Well, I should probably too.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm in favor of it, whatever. Do we have to make a motion?
We got to take
Well,
a
yeah,
vote.
because you're spending
I'll
money.
I
second.
move that we do it, or second, or whatever.
You motion that we do the Bernie
Yeah.
barbecue.
Our
The
revolution.
Our
Our
revolution.
OR.
Oh, our barbecue.
Can't we call
Yeah,
it
sure.
Bernie?
Well,
Brett seconds it.
I thought
Sure.
it was, no,
Any
it's supposed to
further
be, I thought
discussion?
it's Oktoberfest.
No further discussion. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have two.
Okay, so who made the motion?
Larry made the motion, Brett seconded it, and Mike and MJ abstained. Okay. Any other issues, members' comments?
So we're applying for.
A table.
No, on the state thing,
Oh.
Oh, a bona fide civic organization.
for a civic organization
Right.
classification.
Yes.
Which, again, like I said, before you even get all those details, I would fill out that form and email it to them and go, hey, we're gonna have a special meeting on this.
And that was, Larry and I have to do the signing of it, right? You send it over, I know I got it.
Actually, you got a copy.
Tell
of
me.
everything.
Somebody- yeah, somebody's got a copy. But like I said, I would just have it filled out, so then that way,
You know where I live.
Yeah.
no, not our end of it, the state end of it.
Yeah.
So that would end up being
I know.
Larry.
Somewhere in this mess. Still haven't gone
Yeah, just have that filled out, and then when you get the email set up for the special meeting about it, just have a copy of that already filled out, and like, here's what we're having a special meeting about. Because then that way, by the next meeting we have next month, we'll be able to know for sure. If not, or you can even just email us telling us that, you know, it fell through or whatever the hell happened, and then we'll end up just doing it ourselves anyway, so.
Principal officer of the organization has to sign.
Yes.
So what are
So
you?
that would fall under me as the vice chair?
No,
I'd
the
be one of
chairman.
them. No, the chairman.
The chairman would have
One
to
of
sign.
the principal officers.
Oh, that doesn't say the principal.
One office.
Yeah. Then
And
yeah,
I'm a principal officer, yeah, so as long as it's
then yeah, you can
one
sign it to the chairman.
principal officer, actually.
Just to get my check.
So in all honesty, I could just set it in for the state, there's nothing they can do.
Well, other than the payment.
Howard!
Oh, that's right, you're the secretary.
But I don't have anything from it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, if we have no other
I know the
issues,
neighborhood.
I'd like to have a motion to adjourn at 11:41.
I will so move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?